Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are out camping locally here, and it is early fall, and we just wanted to do a little cooking video, or I'm going to do a little cooking video. Michelle's here with me, but she is just out and just enjoying the weather, and I'm going to cook a little dinner for us and some friends that are going to come by a little later. And one of the things we enjoy is a really nice, creamy, hearty soup. So one of the things I do very well is I do a great potato soup. So we're going to do a bacon potato soup today, and I'm going to do it here behind the four-wheel camper in our little camp kitchen. And we're going to do a walkthrough of this if we haven't done it already. And anyhow, we're kind of honing this just a little bit, but we're going to do this. We're going to take you along. I'll show you kind of sort of my real simple recipe of how I do this. We've prepped a few things. I'll show you what we put in ours. It's pretty simple. And anyways, just a great little video on how we do our potato soup. So follow along. Okay, everything's all set up here. I've got my pot and our little camp stove, which is pretty much what we need. We just bought this. This is a little jet boil stove. We really like this. But anyways, I think any little camp stove works well. All the ingredients are kind of laid out here. The first thing I did is I just peeled about, I think probably about 6-7 potatoes, medium-sized potatoes. Don't have to be extraordinarily large. And we probably got about 4 or 5 cups of potatoes. I just kind of cubed them up to where they're bite size, and they're just soaking in some water currently just to keep them from turning brown. And they're just sitting there prepped and ready to go. And then we have some chicken stock. I think that's 4 cups if I remember correctly in those packages. A little salt, pepper, and then I have some bacon seconds. And I just use seconds mainly because I'm just going to cut it up anyway, so I don't get anything too nice and pretty, just because I'm gonna cut it all up anyway. And typically it's a little cheaper. Little baby carrots. I like that to just add a little color to my soup and a little flavor, and it works great. A little onion, and then I have a little all-purpose flour to create my roux, and that thickens the soup. Onion and half, and then I don't have my butter out to help with the roux, but I will get the butter out also. I do have some of that. I forgot to lay that out evidently. But anyhow, we're going to get started, and I'm just going to prep and cut up the bacon, some of the carrots, and the onion, and get that all prepped and ready to go, just like I've done the potatoes. So anyhow, there's where we're at. Okay, so we've got everything all cut up. So we got the bacon, and I've got our onion, and then I just threw the carrots and potatoes in together, and so that's everything's all cut up. So I'm going to turn my stove on, and then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bacon in here first. I'm going to get that going. I'll probably add a little oil to that, and then we'll get that going, and then I will add my onion and saute that onion and bacon together. And then once that's blended well together, then I will probably I'm going to add my chicken stock. So okay, so I added a little olive oil to my bacon. We're going to brown that up just a little bit, and then we will add our onion to that. Okay, the bacon's cooking up nicely. A nice little sizzle going on there. I'm going to go ahead and add all the onion. Get that in the pot. We'll start to get that. We're going to just cook that down to where it just kind of nice aroma to it. Starts to turn kind of that nice clear that we're looking for. And then we're going to add the chicken stock. And then we'll add our potatoes and carrots. Okay, that bacon's really starting to crisp up, and we got a nice layer of fond on the bottom of that pan, which is great. Onions are smelling a nice aroma, and they're starting to really start to get translucent, which is what we want, to soften up a little bit. I've taken the carrots and the potatoes and rinsed them off good, so they're ready to go in the pot. stock is open, so we are going to go ahead and just dump that in, and that's going to take care of that bond on the bottom. It's really going to lift that up out of the bottom. I'm going to dump the whole thing in, and that should be about 4 cups, I believe. Chicken stock. Get it all out of there. Make sure my seal broke real well at the bottom of that. What we're going to do with that chicken stock is we're going to bring that to a boil. That's what we're going to do. Is we're going to add our carrots and potatoes, because this chicken stock is going to actually going to cook those potatoes and carrots. Stir those in real good. Probably add our salt and pepper here. And turn that up a little bit, and we'll go ahead and let that cook real nice until our carrots and potatoes are nice and soft. And then I've got another little skillet over here working on. We're going to work on our roux to add to our soup to kind of thicken it up when we add our half and half to kind of give it that creamy texture. So here we go. Okay, so I've just got my roux kind of just a little paste here, and I'm going to take, and I'm just going to add my half and half to my soup here, and I'm probably going to add just about, probably about another 4 cups or so to that. I won't add too much. And then I'm going to give a nice stir to that. It brightens it right up. Now I have added a little salt and pepper to it. I didn't add a ton because I know that the pork is going to have quite a little bit of salt in it because it was smoked. So you can see it's kind of runny here, but that roux will hopefully, I'm going to kind of give this a little bit of heat. I had turned this off. Give a little more heat to this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put my roux in there, and then we're just going to stir that in and just leave the heat to it. Just a real nice simmer. And I'm hoping that roux will actually tighten that all up and give it a real nice thick consistency. So we'll see how it works. Okay, as you can see here, she's starting to thicken up quite a little bit. I'm just kind of stirring it quite often actually, just because I don't want it to stick to the bottom of this pot. I don't think it will, but I don't want it to burn, and it does have you know, with it being half and half and everything, I don't want it to burn once I've added that. And I do have it up on high heat because I want this to thicken really well. But anyhow, so once this is to the consistency that I'm kind of sort of looking for, and it should thicken up even just a little bit more, but I think it's in pretty good shape now. But anyways, I will serve this. Like I said, we enjoy it with bread. Just a real hearty, warm meal. Get your belly nice and warm, especially on some cool evenings, especially in the fall camping or winter camping. And it does keep, so that's kind of nice. You can pre-make this at home. Of course, we're just kind of sitting this weekend, so I decided to just go ahead and make everything here at camp, and just make it here because we're already just kind of sitting this weekend. But it will keep, so you can make it and then just stick it in the pot, kind of warm everything up. And so yeah, it works really good. You can put a little cheddar cheese on top. It's kind of a good topper for the top of it, and serve it with a little bread, in the old bowl around the campfire. Works really good. So that's a big pot, so everybody gets here, they'll really enjoy this. So appreciate everybody watching, and anyway, something a little different for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you use this one for the next time you're out adventuring. It'd be a nice big pot for maybe if you're adventuring with some good friends, and everybody's looking for something. Maybe it's your night for meal cook. This is a pretty simple one. You could actually prep most everything at home and just bring along and put it in a pot. If you don't make the whole thing at camp, maybe you can just prep everything. So anyways, we appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We appreciate it. We'll see you all on the next trip.